philosophy of Molex. In laying out the front panel and the circuit board, you can find that Molex can make things easier for you in the whole process. Now, Molex comes in several different forms. What I use is DuPont 2.5 millimeter black connectors, and female and male. And here we have some. The tools that I use are needle nose pliers, wire cutters, strippers, crimpers, and headers. Now I've taken one set of Molex connectors and attached them to 3 wires for my pots, and the other end I'm going to show you how I strip them and then connect them to the Molex. So I pinch the wire, exposing a little bit of the end that is covered with the insulator, and then I take my stripper and just pinch it slightly and pull it off. Pull off the insulation. There's the bare end. The bare end will make the contact to the Molex. There is no soldering required with Molex, so you can do this anywhere, anytime, any place. And as long as you have your tools with you and your wires, you can just sit down and do this. Now this is monotonous and can be used as meditation. You can meditate on this. I find that this helps me stay focused and builds up the escalation of commitment to the project, so which is necessary to be motivated to get things done. Now, you could put this all in a solder setup and hardwire everything and be frustrated afterwards when you find that things aren't working and then you have to desolder. So doing the Molex is easy, simple, and very flexible, keeping troubleshooting down to a minimal, because if you have to desolder something, you could end up creating other problems in the process when you're troubleshooting. So pulling out a connector and reversing pots is fairly easy with them all connected with Molex. So here we go. We take the Molex and we slip it over the bare end, getting it under the front part of the Molex. And what I do now is I take my pliers and I do the pinching, which I was doing with my hands so that it stays on. And then we slip it into our crimper. Now you see how it falls off there. That's why I was pinching the end. There are 2 large leaves at the end of the Molex that you can pinch with your fingers or pliers, and it'll keep it in place as you slip it in and crimp it. Otherwise the wire slips out, and that can be kind of frustrating. So as I show you, I slip it back in, get it in there, and there we go. Making sure that that front end sticks out, protrudes out the one end of the crimper, so that you don't lose the little lip that will hold it in place in the plastic housing. And once we get through all this, you'll see. So, what's the philosophy here? Well, keeping things in a modular, flexible system, which Molex provides, And there I show you my crimper. That's the crimper tool. Again, we crimp it. So as you crimp, and you do that several times, using your pliers to pinch the ends so that they smoothly enter the plastic housing. Now you might need a little screwdriver minus or something to push the Molex into the housing at the end of making it fasten itself. And I'll show you that here, pulling out the plastic housing. And there are little lips or tongues that are separating. You can see that right there. They have a little notch on them at the inside that will hold them in place. So now I braid the wires, which helps to reduce noise and just, I don't know, it just seems like a good thing to do. You know, I'm not an engineer at all, so I read somewhere, I think in building, making DIY synthesizers, that they recommended that you braid your wires. I think also in amp design and reducing hum, you can braid wires and it'll help to prevent that from happening. So I just got in the habit of doing it, and plus it keeps it organized. Anyway, see there, I am using my screwdriver, my minus screwdriver, to force the ends in, because they don't just slip in. And then you'll hear a little click once they make contact or past that point, and then they're in there, and you can just stick them in to your headers on your circuit board. And there you go. Voila. It's finished. And so, you can read the extended version of my thoughts on Molex in the comment section, or the additional stuff that I post with this video. So enjoy. Hope this helps you organize your projects and make your projects workflow run smoother.